Let's go. First question, dude. This one's a good one too. What would you change to the 20-second meta? QnA. Love you and hope you inspire better every day. So I don't know if you guys know what 20-second meta is, but there's this. What people say is in Siege, a lot of times in like Pro League and stuff, the 20-second meta is roam clearing and hard reaching and doing all these sort of things to kind of work your way around site and sort of break it down as an attacker. It takes so much time during the round that in the last 20 seconds is when you finally get to do your push, and everybody just has to push in like 20 seconds. And so that's what he's talking about, 20-second meta. I don't really see this as being as much of a problem as it used to be. I do see it sometimes though, like occasionally. I think it's more common in Pro League versus ranked, so that's why I don't really see that problem that much. It takes a while to roam clear, right? And then it takes a while to kind of use up utility, because so you have, you know, like shields that you have to take out, ADSs you have to burn, Wamais you have to burn, all that different stuff around objective. But you kind of need those things, because otherwise every single round would just be an attacker rush, right? And it would be way too easy. So although I do think the 20-second meta is still a thing, I don't really think it's the worst kind of state for the game. I don't really think it's the worst possible thing that it could be, because I like that it's not just rush meta. I like that, you know, rounds kind of have to have a meaning to them. Like everything you do has to be like a certain attack. I like that, but I do understand where people come from, where, you know, there's so much utility in the game that you have to take out, which sucks. I don't know, man. It's a tough question. I've been making YouTube content since I was probably 14 years old, and I'm 21 now, so granted, you know, I wasn't super consistent, and I posted a lot of different content, like all over the place, and it took me a while to kind of find my, you know, my good spot where like I could be, where like I actually got views. It took me a while to kind of find that sweet spot. Kind of an iffy thing. If you get noticed, if you get known, the only advice I can really try to give you is just, there's kind of 3 different ways that you can become a known content creator. Is, you know, be funny and like make really good funny content that entertains and makes people laugh. Be really good at the game, so you just hit disgusting clips that are, you know, make people want to watch because they're like, holy shit, that looked amazing. Or be educational. So for video games, you do tips and tricks, or you do different angles like coconut bra, that sort of thing. And if you can do all 3 of them, if you can be funny, if you can be really good, and you can do tips and tricks, now that's like the whole shebang. I think that is probably the best way to just be known. The renowned video got crazy views, exactly. You just kind of got to try and find a way to get your name out there. Took you a while to find the good spot, huh? It did. So what should I do with my friends who are lower ranks than me? I'm plat, and most of my friends are gold to silver, and I usually win most of my solo queue games, but lose my rank with my friends. So this is a question that I probably get a ton. Well, that I probably get a ton. That was a stupid sentence. That I do get a ton. And I I have a lot of personal experience with this, because when I first started playing Siege, like a lot of people that I first started playing Rainbow with, I do not play with anymore. And it's not because like I don't like them or anything, but it's just because we kind of grew away from each other, and the fact that, you know, I wanted to just get better at the game and take it more seriously, and they wanted to, you know, kind of just play it as more of a thing for fun and relaxed. Like, I still have a good time and I still play to have fun, but I also want to win. And I think you kind of just have to find people who have that same mindset as you, who also want to play at the same level as you. And so obviously, you know, his solo queue games are going to go better just because he's not playing with his friends who aren't taking it as seriously. So really, that's kind of where you have, you know, maybe with those friends you play like unranked or casual, and then you have friends that you play ranked with. And that's kind of the difference. It sucks, and like a lot of times it can be a really tough situation to kind of work around and not hurt people's feelings, but at the end of the day, it's kind of something that you have to do. Kind of just something you have to do. It sucks though. Montang is OP. Monty is just an annoying operator to play against for sure. They add a lot of annoying operators. Beans or potatoes? Bleh. I would have to say beans and potatoes. This one's funny. This one made me laugh when I first seen it. From my POV, why are 15-year-olds and up like Goon good at Siege? And also, how is some players like Truman miss shots and are still champ? So, first of all, Benny, I am Goon, is the same age as me. He's not 15. Which is why I thought this was super funny. But I get what he's saying is, you know, like, why are some people who, like, they play absolutely cracked and, like, out of their minds and they hit, like, crazy shots, but they're, like, high plat, diamond maybe. And then you have Truman where, you know, sometimes he misses shots, but he's still champ. And that's the kind of thing where, like, it's tough to stay consistent in a game like Siege and always be, like, super top fragging and just playing really well. But that's where, you know, like, experience and playing with other good players really comes in handy. So, like, even if Truman has a bad game, which I'm not saying, you know, that happens a lot, even if that happens, even if he has, like, a bad game, he's got people there to back him up, right? So if he's having a bad game, somebody else is going to be having a good game. And he also has the experience to where maybe if he's not fragging out, he knows what he can do just to help his team win. And I think that's kind of the difference there. Whereas, you know, some people who are just, you know, getting 3Ks all the damn time. I watched Truman, he's cracked. He is. He's an insane player. He's really good. I'm not saying he's a bad player or anything. I'm just saying, you know, if there's ever a time where he's having a bad game, he's still not going to lose that game because the people he plays with always find a way to win. Can you do a best attachment video? My sense is similar to yours. So, I did an attachment video a little while back, and I understand why, you know, a lot of people ask me for them all the time, but I can't really say there's a best attachment for anything, because a lot of times I just run attachments that I feel like running, to be honest. So, like, right now I'm on this whole grind where I'm running an ACOG, angle grip, and laser on, like, all of my guns. If I can, that's what I'm running, basically all the time. And the reason behind it is because they nerfed the ADS time, and so I always feel like, you know, if I'm running a vertical grip, I'm aiming super slow. I'm aiming super slow down my sights, and that drives me nuts because with my playstyle, you know, I sprint a lot, probably too much. Like, I honestly do a ton of sprinting, which is probably not a good thing. I don't, you know, move around ADS a ton. And so when I'm sprinting, I need to be able to react to if I run into an enemy and ADS quickly in order to win that gunfight. And so that's why I run a lot of angle grip attachments. And because I feel like I've gotten to the point where a lot of the recoil on guns in this game isn't really difficult for me to control anymore. So I've kind of like just gotten used to it at this point. And so I don't need to run a vertical grip anymore because I can control the recoil almost just as good with an angle grip, if that makes sense. I can't really just say comp or flash. It depends on which gun it is. Yeah. Attachments are different depending on the gun. How can I become better as a player and a teammate? So I think one of the biggest things that you can do that's super easy, super simple, but people still really struggle with to just be better as a teammate is don't blame your teammates, right? Don't blame other people for mistakes that were made. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't, you know, give constructive criticism, right? Because if somebody fucks up, right, if somebody does something that you know and the whole team knows that they shouldn't have, and it's the reason that something bad happened, then you should, you should definitely let them know that and give them that advice they need to be better. But that doesn't mean that you're shitting on them all the time, right? So, like, you'll have a lot of teammates where they're telling you exactly what angle to hold, exactly how to play each and every single situation, and that's super annoying. And then that kind of like builds up anxiety in you, and when you're trying to clutch like 1v3s or 1v2s or anything, and it ends up, you know, making you play worse just because they're on your back telling you exactly what to do, and then you kind of stress out and struggle. And so the best thing, man, is just to give helpful tips here and there while you can, but don't be too annoying about it. Don't be too strict about it. You need to understand that you're playing with other people, right? And everybody fucks up. Everybody makes mistakes. It's gonna happen. If somebody fucks up, you just let it go. You know, kind of learn from that mistake, and then move on. Because there's no point in, you know, dwelling on it. If you dwell on it, then it's just gonna keep, you know, making mistakes happen more and more often. What inspired you to become a YouTuber and streamer? It's a good question. Let me think. When I first started doing content creation, I did YouTube videos for Call of Duty. And they had kind of like the built-in video, they had a built-in theater mode. So all you had to do was you recorded, like it would record your last game, and then you just click make highlight, and it would make a highlight reel of it. And that was like my first videos I ever posted. And the only reason I did it is because I had a really good game quick scoping or something stupid like that, and I was like, oh man, I should post this so I can show my friends. And that's the only reason I did it. And then I started to stream like Call of Duty Easter eggs and stuff, and me just playing with my friends. And the only reason I really wanted to post those streams to YouTube was to kind of save them, almost like an album sort of thing. Because a lot of times you have all these crazy awesome experiences in video games, and you don't get to ever save them, right? You can't take like a picture of, you know, all your friends doing an Easter egg together, like, because you're not all together, right? It's you can't take a picture of all your faces like you could, like if you were all going out to the movies or something. And I spent a lot of time doing that with my friends and with just squad, and I just wanted a way to save that, so I started uploading that content to YouTube. So the live streams from doing Easter eggs, or the live streams from just us playing together. And it was just a way for me to save it, just to save those experiences and that time that I had together, so that I could look back on it in the future. And that's really the only reason I started posting content. I started streaming and I'm freaked out to show my face, but a lot of successful people are using it. Yeah, dude, be confident, man. What's up, painkillers? Be confident in your appearance. And if people like talk shit about you, who cares, right? Like, what the fuck does it matter what they think? It doesn't matter at all. Completely just ignore it. Like, people talk shit about me all the time. I got a fat ass nose, bro. Have you seen this big ass thing? Like, look at it from the side profile. Like this, I got a honker, all right? And I know it's big. I've broken it twice. Like, you can hear me breathing sometimes when I'm playing. And that's because I've broken this thing twice, and it sounds like a Dyson. So, people make fun of it all the time. And that's fine. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, because I know. I know I got a big ass nose. I know it's loud. It is what it is. Is that Squidward's house? Exactly. You see what I mean? Like, it's fine. Like, people are going to make fun of you. Like, it doesn't matter, though. And even if it is something that kind of, like, hurts your feelings, or it's something that, you know, oversteps a line, you can let them know that, and if they continue with it, you can just, you know, ban them. I don't really do that, though, because there's not really anything that really crosses the line too much for me. How was it, like, starting R6? So when I first started R6, I was a bronze player. I started off, I didn't use a headset. I played on, like, a big-ass TV. I didn't have a headset. I had no idea what I was doing, because I came from, like, Halo and Call of Duty, where it's, you know, spawn, run, die, like, over and over and over again sort of game. And so that was going to a game where you only have one life in a round was a really big difference, like huge difference to me. And it's something that took me a little while to get used to understand that my life in that round had a lot of value. And if I just threw it away right away at the beginning, I was making a big mistake. So at first it took me a while to get used to Siege and just get used to playing a game that wasn't spawn, run, die. But after that, you know, after I got a headset and started playing on not a huge ass TV, I started to get better at the game, like plat level. But it took a while. I got no one to play with. What can I do? I can't clubs because I get DDoSed. What can I do? We have a Discord, dude. That's about the best advice I can give to you, man. I would stay away from LFGs right now because, you know, there's going to be a lot of people pulling IPs in them. The Discord is nice because I would like to think that we have a little bit more of trusted people in there. You know, people who also don't want to get their IPs pulled. So you could try that. How to find a team, again, just Discord, man. That's about the best thing I can give. We have the squad search function, and the reason I'm trying to get, like anybody who asks me how to find a team, that's what I tell them, because I don't have another answer. It's like, that's my solution to the problem of like solo players not being able to find teams or find non-toxic teammates, is the squad search function in the Discord. Because that's really the best advice I can give. And I would hope that, the more people we get in there, from Xbox and PlayStation, just all over the place, the more people we get in there, eventually, it'll become easier to find squads and just pick up people who want to win and aren't pulling IPs and aren't toxic, sort of thing. Are you going for champion? Yeah, I'm always just going for the highest level I can achieve, dude. If that's champion, which I hope it is, then yes. Yes, it is. I always just try and play my best, man. I play to win. If I win, great. If I don't, it is what it is. Are you in college? Do you plan to go to college? Have you already gone through college? If so, what for? All right, are you in college? No. Do you plan to go to college? I did. I went for my freshman year, and then I didn't go back after that. Have you ever... Yeah, so I went for... What did I go for? I went for a biology degree, actually, because science is my favorite subject. And, I didn't mind college. It was okay. I had a lot of other things going on in my life at the time, and I think... had I not been going through so many other things, that maybe I would have stayed in school. But there's a lot of stuff going on. The past is the past. It is what it is. I don't plan on ever going back because I like what I'm doing now, but maybe if things didn't work out how they would. But hindsight 2020, How are you so consistent, and how do you plan during the prep phase? All right, so to start this off with, I'm not consistent. I don't really think there's a whole lot of players in Siege that are. I think staying consistent in terms of kills is super, super difficult. However, you can still be consistent in helping your team, and that's what I try and do. So if I'm having a game where I'm just not getting kills, right? And that shit happens. You have games where your timing is just off the whole time, or your rhythm's off, or you're potatoing, or just anything. You're just not getting kills. And the thing that you can do is just play support. So try and find ways to help your team without getting frags. So drone in on attack, right? Drone in your teammates on attack. Play Thermite, play Thatcher. Plant for your team, run smokes, that sort of thing. That kind of stuff goes a long way. So that could be attack or defense. I'll start off with attack. If I'm attacking, I figured out first of all where the bomb site is. So where the bomb site is. And then I kind of have my default sort of attacks already in my mind of what's worked before, what's worked in the past, that sort of thing, and that's what I do. Or spawn peek always helps, that's true. So I sort of just try and do what's worked before, but then I also try and see how they're setting up the site. So if they're setting up for a certain take from north or east, whatever kind of take, if they're setting up for that, then maybe I'll try and push from another side, depending on how well set up they are. So, for example, on Theme Park, when people are defending the initiation bomb site and they run a Mira facing towards cache and all that stuff, I don't want to go up against the Miras, right? I'm not going to try and run face first into a Mira. There's no point in that. I feel like you're going to lose people for no reason. You're making it way more difficult than it needs to be. So instead, I'll come from Cafe side. I'll blow up the wall behind the Mira so I don't have to deal with it. And I just think it's a way better push than you can avoid going up against mirror windows, which is always, a pretty tough thing to do because you're at a huge disadvantage. So on attack anyways, that's how I plan. For defense, I sort of look at, thank you for the follow by the way, Techno. I sort of look at how or what operators they were running, in previous rounds and try to plan. So if they're running a Ying, maybe I'll run a Jaeger or a OMI. If they're really slow at pushing and they're kind of getting bombed down in the late seconds of the round, I'll run an Echo or something. But yeah, otherwise I just kind of do default sort of setups. So again, Theme Park, I'll do the mirror setup from initiation, but then to counter people pushing from Cafe, I'll bandit trick the back walls on the mirrors. To kind of give us a little better of a chance. But that's really about it, dude. I just kind of try to plan around what I see other people doing. and play off of them. Would you ever host customs and have fun with fans on stream? Also, congrats on 20K. Keep grinding. Well, thank you, Luca. But yeah. So custom games, I do host custom games. I do sub Sundays. I just haven't recently because of the booting website. So once booting website gets taken down, we can start doing sub Sundays again. But until then, I can't. I just can't run them because I don't want to get hit off. That's really about it. How does it feel to hit 20K subscribers, bro? Proud of you, cuz I'll keep on working hard for this. Thank you, cousin. This is I don't know if any of you guys watched the last video I did, like fishing, had fishing clips in. I don't know if you guys seen that, but for the guy who caught the muskie in that clip or in that video, that's this guy right here, my cousin Zach. What would your dream career be? I'm guessing. Dream career would be this: streaming. Hello, Orcs. How you doing, Fates? Streaming, posting content would definitely be my dream career. I would like to, however, branch off of not only just video games. Like, I would like to post content about anything, right? Just basically anything. I like making content for people. I just like entertaining. I like, doing a stream, giving some for people to do for 10 minutes in a YouTube video, or giving people a stream to watch for 6 hours a day and just chill, like, and have a good time, take your mind off of all the other shit that's going on in the world. I really like the whole entertainment aspect of, like, the whole content creation thing. And so I'm happy with the career that I'm doing right now. If I can just escalate from the point that I'm at now and, keep growing, that's kind of my dream career. That's where I would like to be. High ranks are easier to play than gold and plats. I think it depends on what type of player you are. So, for me, playing against, like, golds with good aim, sucks. Because they play so weird. They play so weird and so, like, unexpected that they slam me. Like, I can't play against golds. Can't do it. They just absolutely destroy me. Whereas when I'm playing against, like, diamonds, or like really high plat players, that I can kind of predict, like, how they're gonna play, and it fits into, like, my rhythm of how I feel like a round should go, and so it's easier. So I would say it's easier to play against high ranked players, but that's only if you're used to playing against high ranked players. If you're used to playing, like, in gold lobbies, then gold is gonna be easier. So it's kind of just what your sort of skill level is. Are you ever going to have a family one day? Oh man, a deep question, dude. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I like kids. Like, I have, nephews, and I got a niece, and I love them to death, right? They're a big part of my life, and I love spending time with them, and I love hanging out with them, and just, screwing around, playing around, building blocks, or running around outside, doing stupid stuff. But right now, where I'm at, in my life, I'm not ready for a family. I could not, support a family, and I don't think mentally I would be able to be the best dad as of right now. However, one day, yeah, sure, I would love to have a family. If I met the right girl, and we got along real well, and we got to that point, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would love to have a family one day. I could definitely see some little ham cheeses running around playing Halo and, baseball and stuff. That would be sweet. Favorite food. I really like seafood. I don't know if I have one specific food that I love, though. Like, obviously I could eat pizza all the time, every single day, different kinds of pizza. But I do really like seafood quite a bit. Like, sushi is amazing. Thank you for Nick. Sushi is fantastic. I do like burritos quite a bit as well. I'm a pretty basic person, basic human being. I couldn't really say I have a favorite food, though, if I'm being completely honest. Ice cream is amazing. Pie. Cake. Cookies, cheesecake, bread. It's all so good. Like, how can you pick just one? Who's your favorite operator and why? My favorite operator is Bandit, 100%. And the reason being is because I feel like he fits my playstyle perfectly. He's flex, right? He's a flex operator. You can do anything you want to do with Bandit, you can do. He is a 3-speed, so if you want to roam, you could, right? He's got a great gun, so he can play super aggro. But he also, his ability, his bandit batteries. His bandit batteries are a huge amount of utility. 4 bandit batteries. Which means you can get rid of all thermite charges, you can get rid of all Habana pellets, you can get rid of all the aces. He has so much potential to do whatever you want in whatever way you want to play him. And he has barbed wire and a C4. And I remember back in the day, he used to have 3 barbed wire. And I was like, dude, I'm just playing Bandit because he has 3 barbed wire. Because Barb used to be so overpowered. Like, there is no reason to not run Bandit with 3 barbed wire. Personally, I've never tried it except shrimp. But I don't know if I should try some. You should. Dude, here's the thing about trying out new things, right? So as long as they're not going to, like, harm you. Like, you know, obviously there's some things that you probably shouldn't try because you might get really badly hurt. But, like, food-wise, like, you're not going to get hurt. Like, the worst thing that's going to happen if you have seafood, as long as you're having seafood that's, like, prepared properly. Like, I'm not telling you to go and buy some, like, sushi gas station. Or, like, from gas station from a sushi. Or sushi from a gas station. I'm not trying to tell you to go and buy shit like that. Because I don't know. That could be questionable. But as long as you have seafood that's prepared right, and you just try it, like, why not? What do you have to lose? At the very worst, it's just going to be bad. You're not going to like it. And that's it. Like, always try new things, man, because you never know what you're going to like and what you're not going to like. There's no reason not to. Who's the funniest in your 5-stack? Oh, man, that's tough. I don't really have a set 5-stack of people that I play with all the time, but Bug is pretty funny. Bug's a pretty funny guy. He makes me laugh quite a bit. Zilxie's also pretty funny. Sinatro makes me laugh with his screams and shit and how mad he gets. But yeah, I would probably say Bug. He's an asshole. Bug is an asshole. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I hate Bug. Sometimes I really hate him, but I also really think he's pretty funny too. What controller and headset do you have? I'm in the market for a new headset and controller. So I have an Elite Series 2 controller. I use all 4 paddles on it. And my headset is a HyperX Cloud 2s, both of which I love my controller and I love my headset. Both are great. I love bread as well, man. Bread is an amazing thing. Where would we be without bread? Like, think about it. What made you get into Siege? I think my friend Gibby did, actually. Because, like I said before Siege, all I did was play Halo and Call of Duty. That was literally it. That was the only games I played. Like, religiously. And then pretty sure Gibby said that we should try out this game, Rainbow Six Siege, and I did, and that's history. That's it, and here we are today. How old are you, and do you have a girlfriend? I am 21, and no, I do not. I am sad and alone. If you have anybody you want to send my way, I'm all ears, man. Go for it. I'm all ears. Could use a woman in my life. What makes a good R6 player? So for me, what I think makes a good R6 player is map knowledge, you know, game sense, aim, and good team skills. Make a great Siege player. How did you get this good and how long have you been playing R6? Sorry for this one, just feel like guys. So for me, I started playing Siege like a couple months after it came out. I did not get to play the beta because I didn't even know it existed. But I started playing a couple months after it came out and I've been playing ever since. How did I get good? You know, I just kept playing the game, right? A lot of hours spent playing it. I watched Pro League. I try to improve on things that I know I'm bad at. And that's really about it. It's just like anything else, man. Just put in the time, put in the work, and it will pay off. Which is better, sushi or pho? They're not even the same category, Zach. You can't compare them. Sushi and pho are 2 completely different things. One is warm, one's cold. Can't do it. Can't compare them. It's not possible. They're both great, though. I love both of them. A lot of people do think my name is kind of stupid, which it is. But basically, you know, I'll go through this story one more time, dude. My old account name, like way back in the day, when I first started playing Xbox, my brothers made my account, and they called me Jer Bear, right? My account name was Jer Bear. I hated it. I hated it because it sounded like such a little wuss. They gave me like a pink gamer picture. It was terrible. Then, you know, I changed my name to General J when I was a little bit older, because when I was a little kid, I was like real into like World War II and like reading about that kind of stuff. I was a nerd. And I really liked the sound of General J for some reason. I know it's terrible. Then after General J, yeah, Jer Bear, I know, it's rough. After General J, then I went to arachnid because I was afraid of spiders, and I learned the scientific name for spider was arachnid. And I was like, oh, this sounds cool. And so I made my name arachnid with like a bunch of X's in it. It looked horrible. Then I put a password in my account one day. I forgot the password. The only way to get into my account was to, enter in through an email that my brother didn't use anymore and didn't have access to. So my account was gone. I lost all my progress on Halo games, all that kind of stuff. It was gone. So I was really sad. I sat down, I made myself a sandwich because I was hungry, and I was, almost in tears because I had lost my account and all this progress. And I was so sad. And I was sitting there eating the sandwich, and it was a ham cheese sandwich. It made me feel a lot better. It gave me some hope that, all was not lost. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to make my gamertag ham cheese. And I did that. And then the 3333. So my brother's baseball college number was 33. Because he played Division I baseball, and he was like, one of my biggest role models in my life growing up, and I loved him. So I put 4 3s because I was a big Packer fan, obviously, and Brett Favre was a quarterback, so 4 3s. That's the story. That's the last time I'm going through that story. So it's so long and unnecessary, but oh my god, I'm happy we're done with it. What's the highest peak you had? Have you ever hit champion? My highest peak was, I think, in Phantom Sight or something like that. I think it was Phantom Sight. And I hit 5,000 elo, but champion didn't exist at that time, so no, I have never hit champion. How did you manage to get into high ranked and stay there? So I was stuck in Plat for a really, really long time. Then I switched from a big-ass TV to a monitor. That helped a lot. I started taking the game more seriously. I started to actually run strategy and watch Pro League. That also helped a lot. And I've just been improving. And so that's how, I've gotten to the rank that I am, and I think that's why I stay there. Is because I continuously keep trying to get better. Because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the reason for that is because somebody else is getting better. Why are you Diamond and not Champion? Because I suck. Who is your biggest inspiration in and outside of Siege? In Siege, I would probably say biggest inspiration. In terms of like a competitive player, Mint. In terms of content creation, I would say Narcoleptic Nugget or Macy J. And outside of Siege, my dad is a pretty big inspiration. My brother, both of my brothers. Yeah, that's really about it. Do you kiss the homies goodnight? Always kiss the homies goodnight. Mwah. You can't not kiss the homies goodnight. Can I have a kiss? Mwah. Probably shouldn't put those back to back. What is the lowest rank you have been? The lowest rank I've ever been is bronze. And that was way back in the day. Way back in the day. How did you meet your friends? Q&A. Well, I have a lot of friends. So that's the problem here. How should we go through it? Well, Bug's in here. Let's start with Bug, right? Well, when I first started playing Siege, I was really bad, and then I was playing in a ranked game once, and I played Blackbeard the whole time, and I got like 14 kills. And this guy who was playing with me on my team thought I was good, and so he picked me up, and I started playing with him. His name was Vincent, so I started playing with him, and then he was friends with Bug. And so I started playing with Bug. Bug's trash. Thank you for the host, Tyler. I started playing with Bug because of Vince. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Berto. So I started playing with Bug because of Vince. And then because I was starting playing with Vince, I also started playing with Sonic. Thank you for the follow. Hamcheese's son. Thank you for the follow, man. So that's how I met Bug and Sonic. I knew Juju from high school. Thank you for the follow, Huzian. I knew Benny from high school, so I am Goon. I knew Inspect. And then I met I Inspect them, or Jordan. That's because I gotta say both their names because I don't know what you guys know them by. And then Tex, I met through Juju and Benny. Coloring Book, I met just playing Siege. I versed him once in a game. I hit a clip, but he still beat me. And then we started talking, we started playing because I kind of recognized his name. That was really about it. He picked me up for the same reason, because I would carry him. Exactly. We all carried Vince, dude. I met Zilxi on my solo account, actually. We were just talking, and we sort of mentioned that we both had YouTubes, and we became friends after that. I met Sinartro through Zilxi. I met a lot of other people because of Zilxi too, like Nearly. Bix, I think I met just from YouTube, or not from YouTube, from streaming. Who else? I feel bad because I don't want to miss anybody, but there's so many names. Slummy I met through Zilxi as well. Slummy I met through Zilxi. I've met a lot of people through Zilxi. Zladder through Zilxi. Exactly. Through Zilxi. Zilxi acts like he don't got any friends, but he really do though. And I think Sin, you and Zlad both were Zilxi subscribers, right? And then you guys like grew into friends and started playing together. And then I met you guys. Zilxi Goat, facts. Book, duh. I already said how I met you. I met you in a game. Don't forget about me, Koala. Koala I met through YouTube. She's a subscriber, and we just started talking, and that was about it. That's history. Is an Elite controller worth buying? If you play a lot, yes. Otherwise, no. Miller I also met through YouTube. He just commented on my YouTube, seeing if I wanted to play sometime, or seeing if like I wanted to collab and like play some video or play some games with him. So we started playing. First time, like we did our placements and stuff together in like Phantom Sight or whatever. In our first season, we won like 20 games in a row, and that's it. Zilxi is a goat, man. Haxon I met through streaming. Same way I met you, Spark. It's pretty cool. All this stuff kind of connects us all. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Because like none of us would know any of each other, or would know any. How do I want to say this? None of us, or any of us. None of us would know any of us unless we met through gaming, like Siege. It's kind of crazy thing to think about. Like Gibby, he plays Siege, but he plays PC Siege. Gibby I've known since I was like 8 years old. We played football together growing up, went to the same high school, that sort of thing. Started playing video games. That's about it. What do you think the meta of Siege is going to change? I think the meta already changed this season with Ace and Maluzi, both being really strong operators. I think the meta has gone away from, Thermite being a must-have to not as needed. What monitor do you use? I use an Asus 144Hz, 1 millisecond response time, VG278Q monitor. That's the exact number on there. How did you find your perfect sense? So for me, I love playing high sense in basically every single shooter I play. So what I do is I max out the sense as high as I can go, and then I just work it down slowly to the point where I'm comfortable. And that's it. That's how I find my sense in every single game. How should I get better with planning my strategies? The best thing you can do is look at how they're defending. So play off of what they're doing, and if you see like a weak point, take advantage of it. Best thing you can do when attacking is try and take advantage of any weak points they have. So for example, if you're attacking Clubhouse and there's nobody in garage, like you should have a drone set up in garage right off of spawn, and say they're defending cache and there's nobody in garage in like the first 10 seconds of the round. Rush garage, take control of that as fast as possible. Because if you have garage control on a cache take, you, especially early round, you've basically won the round. Because just because you have garage control, you now have control of the wall, which you can open up shortly after. So you get garage control, open up wall, and you can start going for plants. Send somebody down below to deny like C4, easy. Get somebody on the breach, somebody on the construction window watching your crosses. Easy take. And that's part of what his question was too, like looking for, how to attack better, looking for mistakes or like holes in people's defenses. And what are some of the tips for platinums to play like a diamond? So first thing, man, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but the first thing is stop saying that you're a platinum who plays like a diamond, all right? If you're a platinum, you're a platinum. You play like a platinum. That is what it is. I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's it. if you say that you're a platinum who plays like a diamond, people are always going to kind of hold that against you. So just immediately just say you're a platinum. You know, you play like a platinum. There's nothing wrong with that. I personally think that high plats are the best players in the game, in my own opinion. You know, a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I always think that, you know, they have something to play for. They have something to sweat for. Whereas, you know, when people are like diamond champions, they don't have anything to play for. Like they've already achieved it. They are where they are. And I think high plats are the best players. But if you're trying to, you know, get to that diamond point, get over that hump of platinum, really the best thing that you can do is you have to 5-stack with other people who are trying to win and have that same mindset of winning, and like that's above everything else. I mean, obviously not being a dick and having friends or like being nice to people is still important, but having that winning mentality, it goes a long ways, and everybody has to be on the same page in your stack or in your squad. I play games with you. I need to carry, but not that hard. I'm pretty chill. I know there's a ton of people who always want to like be part of the stack and always want to be included, and I appreciate that. Like I wish that I could have all of you guys playing with me at the same time, but at the end of the day, you can only have 5 people in a stack, right? That's it. And like it's not possible for me to try and play with every single person that wants to. So that's why I do like sub days and sub games and that sort of thing. And then if we kind of build off of that, like build a relationship, then, you know, we can start like playing ranked games. But for me, I play ranked with people that I enjoy playing video games with and that I enjoy spending a lot of time with, because I spend a lot of time streaming, I spend a lot of time playing the game, and I need people around me who aren't toxic, who want to win but aren't like, you know, that's not like the top priority is just winning. So like I don't want people who are dicks. Like the people that I surround myself with are positive people who drive me to make positive content and makes me want to, you know, be a better, like more chill person. I try to keep away from toxicity or, you know, people who are just dicks for no reason. And so that's why I play with the people I play with. Explains why you haven't played with me in weeks. Yeah, because you're a dick, Bug. Exactly. Would you ever be interested in doing podcast content and getting known console ranked players like Truman? I'm just too good to talk about the meta or current state of console siege, as well as Pro League and PC problems. That would be pretty cool, actually. Like a console podcast would be sweet. I don't know if I have enough connections, and I don't know if I am capable of asking the right questions for something like that, but it would be very interesting. That's definitely something that I would watch. I don't think I would ever start it as just a podcast. I would maybe do it as a YouTube, like as YouTube videos sort of thing. I think that would probably go over better. But yes, that's interesting. I like that idea, to be honest. So the reason I play without points on is very simple. I just like how it looks. That's it. I'm not saying it gives you any advantages. I'm not saying it gives you any disadvantages. I just like how it looks. That's it. Would you ever consider PS4 Siege? Probably not, just because I don't have the funds to buy a PS4, and I also don't think I have the time. So right now, I play just Xbox, and eventually I'll be playing Xbox and PC. And I feel like trying to split my time up among 2 different platforms is already going to be a really tough challenge, and adding in a whole nother platform would just be kind of impossible, to be honest. So probably not, no. Tips on how to control recoil, and does an Elite controller give a better advantage? Elite controller gives you advantage with trigger stops if you don't have a trigger finger. It doesn't give you an advantage for aim or recoil control. Recoil control, just find a wall, shoot it, try and keep your spread as small as possible. That's it. That's it for recoil control. The only advantage that an Elite controller gives you is using paddles. But if you're someone who plays claw or doesn't use paddles, then it doesn't really matter. Do you think Ubisoft should change about the game / add stuff back? Ubisoft should change about the game. I would really like to get the rematch function back. I think that was a lot of fun. Being able to rematch people after you lost to them. It'd be cool to see that back. I would love to see Finka out of the operator pool. I hate her. She's a terrible operator. I don't like Finka. I don't really think she helps the game at all. I think attack should have a healer, but I don't like the way of how they're doing it. So I think I would get rid of Finka and add back rematch would be sweet. Give me a routine of a day in the life. So basically I wake up. I got my streaming schedule now, so I stream 11 to 2 is solos. Then I take a break. I eat. I work on a video or do other stuff, just shit that I gotta get done around the house. Then I get back on, play more Siege at night. I usually eat while I'm playing. Then after that, maybe I'll play a game for a little bit, that just for fun, or I go to bed. That's about it. that is my life in a nutshell. Video games and content. You think of yourself? I think I'm slightly above average in all aspects of my life except for math. And yeah, that's it. I'm also not a great cook. But yeah, I'm a slightly above average guy. It's about the best way I could put myself or label myself. What are your settings? So 100 vertical, 100 horizontal, 50 ADS. My dead zones are all 5. If you want any more like settings sort of things other than that, I have videos on it. Just go check out the videos. When R6 dies, or if it does, hopefully not, what content do you think you'll upload? Other games or IRL vids? I would like to do IRL vids and other games. Yeah, I would like to do both. If Siege dies, which, you know, every game eventually dies, I'm hoping to just go on to the next Siege or something similar. But I would like to do other games and IRL videos as well. I'm going to start getting into IRL videos, like doing some kind of talk, like not talk show, but something like that, similar, soon, very soon. It's in the works. Is ham cheese your favorite, or do you prefer cheese and then ham? Ham and then cheese. You don't put the cheese then ham. It doesn't make any sense. Or did you play any sports as a kid? Or what first shooter got you into the first perspective shooters like Siege and COD? Was it Halo? Yes. Halo was the first game I ever played. When I was 3 years old, I started playing Halo 1. I started playing Halo 1. And yeah, I've been playing first person shooters ever since then. Because I loved it. And yeah, growing up I played football, baseball mainly. Like I played those all the way through high school. I played basketball when I was really young, but wasn't very good at it. Baseball and football I was decent at though. Like I said, slightly above average. Just about everything. Do you know the people in your squad in real life? Yes, some of them. I know Juju, I know Benny, I know Inspect, I know Tex in real life. We've all gone out to eat and stuff before. That's about it though. Everybody else I just know through Xbox, mainly. I would like to meet them all in real life though. That would be fucking awesome. How does stick drift happen? I have 2 controllers with that issue. Stick drift just happens over like wearing out your controller. So just time spent played on your controller. Whatever controller you have, it'll eventually get stick drift. It sucks. And like it is what it is. You can't really change it or do anything to fix it. It just, you know, the more you play in a controller, the more stick drift it's gonna get. And that's really about it. Would you ever consider switching to PC? I want to eventually play both PC and console, but I don't ever want to fully switch to just PC. I want to do both, if possible. Which it is possible. So yes, I'll be doing both. Not ever fully switching though. More content that way. Can you give some tips to get... Oh my god. Zoom, motherfucker. I'm a gold 2 and I separate gold and plat. The only thing that I really think separates golds, or plats and golds, is some sort of strategy. I feel like golds kind of just run around and go for kills and do whatever they want, whereas plats like have a strategy, like they have a mindset as to what they want to accomplish in each round. And I think that helps, you know, take you to that next level. If you could travel to any place at any point in history without repercussion, where would you go and why? So I have 2. I would like to see the pyramids be made, and I would like to also go to, you know, the point where the Big Bang, when everything happened, and just see, you know, exactly what happened, if that could be possible. That's my 2. That's my 2. Pyramids, Big Bang. Making a viewer VOD review series. I have. I've had a lot of people actually ask me about this, and the reason I haven't is because I would feel bad giving my honest opinion on people's videos. But I also don't want to lie to them. So I feel like it would just put me in a bad spot where I have to tell people things that they don't want to hear. And so that's why I haven't. We have some OG Pro Leagues like Maverick and Buck, but you don't use them. The only reason I don't use Pro Leagues is because I don't think they look that good. I don't like them. Will you ever play 5-stack rank with fans? No. I used to do that, and then people, hopped on my ass for boosting, or said that I was boosting my teammates, and so I stopped. All 65 questions. It only took us... What's their uptime? Let's see. Whew, that was a lot of talking, dude. I was not prepared for that. 1 hour and 43 minutes. Holy balls! My God. That was a shit ton of questions. Alright. We did it though. Let's go play some fucking video games. On the fam. Wanna change now, clothes getting old, need a name.